there's so many people in the crew that are Latinos, and so it's like family. You relate to those people, and they're there, and I think they also see like, oh my God, like it's a Latina on screen.
Yo, welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, it's crazy on our side, so continue praying for our city
Always, always.
for sure. Hey, listen, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. And congratulations on Landman, Paramount Plus. What a show. What a personal show for you, I think, right? I think I read that when you read the script, immediately it felt personal to you. Why? And why was your tia such an inspiration in your character, Ariana?
Oh my goodness. As soon as I read the script, saw that it's based from Texas and all of that. I mean, I was born in Paso, Texas. I drove from San Antonio to El Paso a lot, and I drove through the oil fields. And so I never knew that there was I didn't know about the industry. And so it really does affect so many families in so many different ways and people who live in that area. And that immediately grasped my attention. Her being a widow, she was Ariana is such an interesting character because even in the face of grief, she is such a strong and resilient woman, Latina, etc. And I mean, the women in my life have very much shaped who she is. And every time I would do a scene, especially me yelling at Manuel, that was my mom, that was my grandma. But I was very young when um, my tia lost her family, and I kind of saw firsthand how it affected her, and it's something that I believe I was like 5 years old or 6 years old, and so it's something that's very it's somewhere in the back of my mind, and I didn't realize how much it was present until Ariana came into my life, and that was my cat meowing.
No worries.
Is
You
that
might hear a dog barking or a couple dogs playing.
And if you hear a 7-year-old, it's my son home from school screaming. So there's that. There's a lot
Hey,
going on.
hey, Paulina, the season finale is coming up on Sunday, and you mentioned channeling some of your relatives during scenes. That scene where you basically tell Tommy to fuck off and don't judge you in your house
Yeah.
was such a great scene. Sorry for the language, but I'm starting to talk like Tommy now. I'm watching it so much.
Let it fly,
But
Garcia.
that scene I thought was just so powerful. How do you prepare for something like that and put your mind into, all right, I'm telling this dude off and I got to come off authentic. So what do you do to get pumped up, you know?
Bro, she's Mexican, bro. It's in their DNA to
Exactly.
get to yell
But
at
I'm
us
saying, everybody's got a process,
for sure.
I remember calling Taylor and just double checking that we were on the same page for what we wanted in that scene. And as soon as I read that scene, I was just cheering her on. I was so proud. I feel like it's a scene that just really does embody women and them not taking shit from anyone, because we are, especially women are the first ones to get just judged on everything and anything. And so that's always in the back of her mind. I mean, the circumstances are difficult, and I know that a lot of people, especially in our culture, we're always afraid of what outside people are going to say of how we handle certain situations. And so I just thought it was a beautiful scene of Ariana really thinking out loud. And so going on set, and then I'm like, oh, I have to yell at Billy Bob. That was a little intimidating. But as soon as I like just like, I'm not yelling at Billy Bob. I'm not talking to Billy Bob. It's Ariana speaking her truth, and that gave me the confidence. And I was very well supported by all of everybody, the cast and crew, our director. He he was amazing, and I remember we started with my coverage, and then they turned around, and I was like, I found something new that I can do, and he turned
Hmm.
around again and gave me that opportunity.
With this story being so heavy, right, already, and then you're working with some legends, Demi Moore, Billy Bob Thornton, who you mentioned, John Hamm. Is there any fun on this set? Is there laughter? And who's bringing that joy to the set?
Oh my goodness, you always have to have laughter, especially when you're doing stuff as heavy as what we are doing. Um, Jacob and I always kept it lighthearted. And there was times where we couldn't stop laughing.
Mm.
And we're just doing a take and we're just like, hang on, we need a moment. But there's always that lightheartedness, which is good. It keeps you sane in the face of what you're doing.
I always wonder if, like, with actors and actresses, if you guys ever go onto social media or go onto TikTok and see the responses of your character. Have you encountered any of that? Yeah, you're like, you guys just don't understand her.
Everybody tells me how big the show is, and I mean, but in my mind, I'm sheltered in my home and I'm just doing my own thing, and I didn't realize it, and I just I jumped on the call with Jacob, who plays Cooper, and we talked for hours and how he has been just being swarmed by people asking for photos and all that. I'm just like, whoa, what do you mean? And he was like, go on TikTok, look up Cooper and Ariana, and just look it up. Like, okay, a lot of people are rooting for us, and then so I'm here for it. It's so crazy. I never expected it. Now my TikTok algorithm, some Landman clips come in, and now I'm just like, oh my
You're watching yourself.
gosh.
Are you liking the videos?
It's interesting. As it's hard to watch myself, but this show is so good that I have to watch it. I have to know
Mm,
because it's different reading the scripts and then watching it come to life and how they edit it. It's so beautiful, and now that I'm like, now that
well
when I'm
done.
looking at it, I don't see myself in it. It's Ariana, and
That's
that's
a true artist.
I think that's really cool. And that I mean, I still close my eyes, and like if someone's there with me watching, I'm like, because I don't want them to look at me, because that's what they do when they see you on TV. They're like,
They're watching you. How are you there and here at the same time?
Yeah, like you're proud of it, but you almost get like secondhand embarrassment. You're like, oh my God, please don't look at me. Don't look at
oh
me.
gosh.
You mentioned TikTok. What was the last thing that you bought on TikTok Shop?
I think I bought my cats that like donut thing where they can hide in there. That's what I bought. That was my last
For 23.95? You bought it?
23.95.
I love that.
Hey, Paulina, one of my favorite scenes and how you and Cooper connect, your character and Cooper connect, is when he's sitting on the couch and he's eating salsa and it's super hot for him, right? And you just laugh at him, and you're just like, that's not even the hot stuff. Chill, bro. But are you a red or a green salsa person?
I think
Hmm.
okay, salsa green. I mean, no, red. No, wait. Salsa red, but pozole green.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Nah, all good.
What
All
about
good.
chilaquiles? Chilaquiles red or green?
Ooh.
See, my mom does it where she does like the egg in the middle and then does the green and the red.
Oh, okay.
Ah, the little bandita.
Oh. So
Yeah.
I think like people in New Mexico they call it like Christmas.
Right. I think it's divorciados as well. I think it's called
Yeah,
out here.
yeah.
For sure, for sure. Your character, Ariana, out the gate strong, right? Out the gate strength. And it shows right away. And I think you being Latina, you bring your mother, even your sister who prepared you, I believe, as far as being a mom on the show. You're a widow, you're a mom, and you watched your sister become a mom and everything that comes with that, which is insane. Salute to all moms out there.
Oh
Um,
my God.
but yeah, that character Ariana is strength out the gate. Now, is that right there? Do you bring your past experiences into the roles, especially this one?
Yes, I bring a little bit of just the people around me. And I feel like again, this is such a good representation of the women in my life. And so I definitely bring something in and I carry something out with her as well. Ariana's living inside me. I've learned a lot from her, and yeah, my sister, I was there when she gave, not in the room, but I was there in Colorado when she had her baby, and props because she did it natural and no medication. And
Woo.
I know,
That's
warrior,
gangster.
My
warrior.
wife did that too.
That's
Whoa.
gangster, bro.
It's oh my goodness. And so my mom and I, we were like on night shift, just like bringing her the baby whenever, because those things eat every 2 hours.
Yeah, no.
And
Yeah,
I'm the
man.
youngest, so I never grew up with like babies or anything. And so it
You were
was
the baby.
I'm always the baby. I'm still a baby.
You're still the baby.
And so I that happened like the year that I auditioned for Landman was when she had a baby, and she's gonna have another one very soon. And so my mom and I were like, we're planning to go over there and round two. So yeah, it was interesting. But I remember my first day on set, I FaceTimed her and I was like, how do you breastfeed again? How do you do it? How do you look natural?
And as Latinos, right, we gotta have two babies so the older baby can take care of the younger baby. You feel me?
Oh my gosh. I don't know anything. Not complicit.
Yo, growing up in Texas, Texas hip hop, that hip hop scene is a different planet, right? Who did you grow up listening to?
Oh my goodness. Selena Quintanilla, Juan Gabriel, you name it, La Quinta Estación,
Mm,
Juanes. Oh my goodness. My
Juanes.
first memory was at a Juanes concert. I was in a carrier. That's what I remember. I just remember it being really loud, and I opened my eyes and it was a concert. And I don't remember what song it was, but if I play back to that moment, I probably could remember.
Nah, for sure. As
Variety.
far as hip hop goes, who are some of your favorite artists?
Hip hop. Honestly, oh no, your smile just started like um give me some artists and I will listen to them. I love music so much.
You know
Yeah, I mean,
that you mentioned your earliest memories at a Juanes concert. Mine is a Mana concert, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep in the seats. And I don't know. I think I was like 6, and I was at a Mana concert.
Yeah, they were always taking us to concerts. I remember even stalking Juanes. My mom was a big groupie.
no,
Would
no.
she has met Ricky Martin.
That's right.
She met him when he was in Menudo, and they both had like the same haircut. I'm not even kidding.
It was a
My
vibe back then. It
birthday.
was a vibe. It was a vibe. It was a whole vibe.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. One of the things I love about you and Cooper, or Ariana and Cooper, and by the way, I'm totally rooting for you guys, is you guys seem to just fall in love fast. You guys are both at an intersection where you almost need that person in your life, right? He does, you do. Have you ever fallen in love that quickly, Paulina?
Definitely. Definitely.
Mm,
And it is something where it's just like two magnets that are just drawn to each other. And there's like no explaining it. It is something that's beautiful, very rare too. Um, yeah, I definitely viewed Cooper as that person that I was able to trust immediately. It's like something in the fucking stars that they're just
Yeah.
wanting you guys together, and so I definitely drew from that in that connection.
I think as
It's
like
funny.
just
Go
love
ahead, Jack.
hard. I think as Latinos, we just love hard and love scary too at the same time.
Oh
So
yeah,
it just comes naturally in a way.
definitely. I agree. Yeah.
by scary, does that mean toxic?
It could be depending.
It
Depending.
totally could be.
Depending.
I mean, we're not gonna point fingers, but I understand how, yes, scary. Um, but I also think, I mean, I'm someone that really trusts my intuition, and if
Yeah.
anything feels wrong, then I'm just like I'm out. But when it feels right, it feels right, and it's beautiful. It's great.
It really is. It really is, man. We need more of it, right?
I agree, and I know when I talk to Taylor, like he wants to show relationships that are pure, that are not toxic. And Cooper and Ariana, wherever they end up going, it is that. It is pure. It is beautiful and
Mm,
far away from any toxic relationships.
yeah.
Well,
Not
Even Tommy and his wife start out your first, visual of them is toxic. His
Mhm.
ringtone for his ex-wife is a scary ringtone and all that stuff. But then you see how much they like really love each other, and they're really fucking ride or die for each other, like for real, for real. And and I think that's what's the great part about the show is your initial instinct as a human being and people that are on social media is to judge all these characters just a little bit. But Taylor Sheridan, who writes this show and writes, I mean, Yellowstone and so many others, the depth of the characters draws you in, and you look past your first reaction and go, "Nah, there's more here to all these people right here."
Exactly.
She's getting drunk at a country club, but she's also helping people at old folks home. Like, and I that's what I love about this show is it's just you guys suck us all in as viewers with such depth, and that applaud to your acting as well because you're pulling it off.
Real deal.
Thank you so much. And I agree. I know every fucking person is messy. And every relationship it's not all rainbows and sunshine. There are so many moments that you decide and choose to go through together. And it's beautiful watching Tommy and Angela's relationship flourish. I mean, even Cooper and Ariana, the circumstances are against them, and yet they are both choosing each other. And I think it's very beautiful. And again, I think it shows you the realness of what relationships are, but also the beauty in them.
No, that's great. You know what I noticed? I studied body language, and every time you curse, you seem to feel very comfortable, which I can appreciate. I like that. I like that fucking shit. You feel me?
I
Fuck yeah.
Taylor, like it's
Nah, so do we. So do
fussing, I'm
we.
like, okay, I don't have
Cool.
to be all clean
Yeah,
cut.
nah, fuck that, man. Listen, let's be our fucking selves. You feel me? How are they treating a young fucking Latina on set? How are they treating you on set?
Oh my goodness. I listen, I only work like a total of 20 to 30 days. So I was like in and out, but amazing. Amazing. I mean, there are so many people in the crew that are Latinos, and so it's like family. You relate to those people, and they're there, and I think they also see like, oh my God, like it's a Latina on screen.
Hmm.
Yes, and I think it's very inspiring. My hair person, Emerald, she's Latina. I met her on another project, and she got to do my hair this time, and I fucking adore her. And I would have conversations with her too. I'm like, how is that looking? Is it giving what it's supposed to be giving? And always having, she's like, yes. Even when I was doing the breastfeeding scenes, the camera angles, even if you're doing it properly, it's like, oh no, you have to move the baby this way, that
Yeah.
way, that it picks up right on camera. And so my intimacy coordinator, she was there telling me what's up. And Emerald, she has babies, and so she was just like, oh yeah, that looks good. And so everybody was on each other's side, and everybody just wanted this to be as authentic as possible.
Man, that's what it's got to be. I need an intimacy coordinator here at the house, guys. My poor wife. Jesus Christ. God bless. How do I get one of those? Yo, congratulations on Landman. It's on Paramount Plus, Fire series. We appreciate the time. Thank you so much. I understand you got a lot going on, so thank you very much for sitting down with us.
Oh, thank you. I know y'all are going through something that's so devastating, and my hearts go out with all the families that are having to evacuate and are losing their homes over there in LA. It's so scary to see. I can't even imagine what people are going through.
Thank you for joining us. It is a pleasure. I'm so glad because when I'm a fan of a show or any of us are a fan of a show on our show, the Cruise Show, we want to support, especially, Latinos and Latinas. We just want to do everything we can to prop everybody up and get our audience on board with whatever projects you're working on. So hopefully we can do it again with you in the future. And I just
Hmm.
appreciate your correspondence and making it happen so quickly. And congratulations on everything. You're fucking
Yeah,
killing
come see us any fucking time, Paulina.
I will.
Take
Congratulations.
care,
God
Paulina.
bless. Thank you.
Thank y'all so,
Thank
so
you.
much. It was such a
Yeah.
pleasure meeting everybody.